Man, the heat in July here in California is killing me. I've been seeing reports that it's like 105 in Jersey. And like, I think in DC, they had the big fireworks display. That was like 100 degrees or something like that. Absolutely bonkers. Hey guys, it's Tyler from Tiger's TCG Den. How you doing? I just wanted to give you guys some raw and unfiltered thoughts about what's been going on with this market, what I'm experiencing as a smaller shop owner. In short, you may be seeing a lot of the videos and other people talking about it. I'm experiencing stagnation and slow sales. In the last month, I've only gotten maybe half of what I would normally get. And that was to be expected. I knew that the slower months were coming in. And I think I even made a video saying, don't panic and don't sell. But at the same time, there is a real discussion to be had about what do we do in these slower times. Now, I'll tell you what I'm going to be doing in a two-step process here. Number one, I'm going to record this video, put it up, upload it, and then go to bed. Number two, I'm going to wake up and go to work at 7 o'clock in the morning and be a normal human. Guys, if you were looking to use this as a replacement for your permanent income, that would be foolish. There was a lot of discussions about why Pokemon is not the breadwinner for a day-to-day thing. We've been working through a bull market for the last 2 years, and I would say that last year's bear cycle, like in terms of the summer slump, was a little bit softer than this one. This one seems to be a lot harder, but not in the sense of values of everything. Everything is still up. What's happening now is that as a vendor and as a seller is that things are just stagnant. And coming down a little bit, a little correction, which there's nothing wrong with that. That's kind of to be expected. But a lot of people are lost in the sauce and they have way too much invested in here for personal time, personal energy, and personal finances, hoping that this would be a replacement to their job. I was one of those people. I had really considered leaving my day job to go into this full time when there was a little bit of uncertainty with that day job. But in the end, things worked out and I continued on with it. And I'm glad I did, because now I'm in a position to where this market ain't going to hurt me as much as it's going to hurt some of the other people who are over invested into it or over, basically they just have too much, right? They've put too much of their portfolio, and I'm using big words. I'm going to get away from the big words. They put too much money that they didn't have into this stuff, hoping that it would pay off, and it will if you're willing to hold it. So here's something that I just bought that I think is really important that people should see. This right here is a white cardboard box that housed an acrylic display for this. I've been raw dogging this Charizard UPC from Lost Origin with no display on it for 2.5 years. I would guess it's been about 2.5 years since Surging Sparks came out, right? Came out in 2024? No, that doesn't sound right. 1.5 years. Excuse me. I've been holding on to this for about 1.5 years now. And basically at the time, I was speculating that Surging Sparks was not going to hold its value. It was up at like 250 at the time, and lo and behold, there was a reprint and it came down. So I ended up trading that for this box. And the reason why I did that is because I knew that the market was going to correct on that. And it did. And so I ended up picking up something that I didn't think it could correct on, which was an older UPC. So guys, one of the things that I recommend right now is that if you're really high up on some of these products, go into older products. If you want to keep a sealed collection, sell off some of your newer stuff while it's coming down to go get some older stuff. But do not sell it for cash and then expect to buy it later with the cash. It doesn't make sense. Only do it, at least, you know what? This isn't financial advice. This is whatever you want to do. But I personally would only be selling these items if I intended to basically move it into another item of the same class, right? So a lot of people are going to be scared. They put a lot of money into things like Chaos Rising and Perfect Order and Pitch Black and, you know, a lot of other sets, a lot of, you know, the weird part is that I'm trying to come up with items that actually have gone down in value, and there's really not that many, right? But they put it in there expecting to get double digit, you know, percentage returns every month. And for the most part, you've been able to do that. But now, not the case. So, moral of the story is I'm giving you this raw video just to say, don't freak out. It's normal. It's part of the process. As a vendor, it's okay. I'll still be there to buy. I'll still be there to sell. Everything is still available in the shop if you want to check it out. And if not, that's okay too. I don't mind holding on to a lot of these things because I haven't financially tied my well-being to the success of these items. At the end of the day, for me, it's a very fun hobby, but it's not a replacement for my financial future as of now. Maybe one day it will be, but as of now, it is not, and that is fine with me. I hope that everybody understands and takes some caution in that and pay attention. Like, there are good deals to be had. I would be buying a lot of Sword and Shield. Rudy today, I'm a part of his Patreon account, just put up some Lost Origin ETBs. And you know what? The deal was okay. It wasn't amazing, but given how expensive they're becoming, the percentage of tax and everything is outrageous. When you go through these, things, you can get a lot of that off, and then that's a nice, comfortable entry point. But I ended up not buying any because I already have plenty. This right here, is obviously just a little shelf. I have a lot more sitting off to the side. But yeah, guys, that's it. I just wanted to talk about this a little bit, kind of give my thoughts. Oh, the 30th anniversary, I would be very careful. It is a great, great product, and it is very cool. These pre-release prices are outrageous, and these pre-order prices are outrageous. And the weird part is that I don't know if it's a buy or not in terms of some of the things like the UPC. I know at 1,600, that's ridiculous, and I would not buy that. At 600, like we're seeing with GameStop, maybe it makes sense. Only if you're willing to hold on to it for a couple years. Other than that, I would stay away. I would focus on older things. Enjoy the stagnation. You're going to get like a nice 10, 15% discount. And that's a good start. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. I'll see you later. Bye.